What's going on, world? It's your boy Can too. If I can, you can too. And you already know you tuning in to Ridin High Sports, coming live from the Ridin High podcast studios, man. It's going down. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in right now on YouTube and Twitch. Shout out to the people that are going to come back and watch it later. Big ups. Thank y'all for everything. We're going to hop into this. It's going to be a good show today, man. I got a special guest with me today. Lucky Lamar. You might know what he is. You might know who he is. Dude seen him on TikTok. You seen him on Instagram. Dude is a South Texas football legend. I'm going to bring him on a little bit later in the show. We're going to get into some topics, but get ready. We're going to talk some football. He going to drop some knowledge.
Let's get
Man, this show is about to go down. So, a little thing that, man, just to shout out to everybody. This past weekend, we were at the Music Walk, and man, it was a great amount of people that went out there. Everything was cool. One thing I noticed and I learned about, man, them break dancers, they was out and about. They was doing their thing. They was having fun. And it made me really think about it, like, man, what's going on with breakdancing nowadays? What's happening? What's up with it? And you know what? You know, this year, 2024, the Olympics, it's going to be in Paris. Right? It's going to be in Paris, the 2024 Olympics, and they coming out swinging big, and they want everybody to know what's happening. And you know what? They introducing some new sports. They introducing breakdancing.
Okay.
They introducing surfing. They introducing skating. First time ever in the Olympics since it's been around. Have they ever brought three sports from the extreme sports side? I mean, when most people think about it, we think of the X Games, Winter X Games, everything that comes around, the skateboard league. That's what we talk about. But now they are taking it in to the Olympics. It's really cool. Actually, back in 2018, that was the first introduction to breakdancing, and they did it back in the Youth Olympic Games, right? They had such a good turnout, such a good response. They decided, you know what? We're going to put breakdancing into the Olympics in 2024 in Paris. Not only that, they're going to do surfing. They're going to do skating. So we got some new sports to be looking out for. Y'all need to check them out. 2024 Paris Olympic Games. It's changing it. I'm really excited. Shout out to my man, Alex Skates at Skateboard Universal. He's the one that put me down on this. He said, hey, bro, check this out. I had to look it up. I was like, what? And yeah, it's going down. Really cool. We're going to switch a little topics from the Olympics, and we're going to go into some basketball right now. So I know a lot of people are excited. NBA season, preseason's already started up. We talked about it last week. NBA college, NCAA, basketball, they about to come in. But right now, if you really want to watch some basketball and want some top action, you know what's going on? Y'all know what's going on? WNBA Finals. WNBA Finals, man. We talking about the New York City Liberty. We're talking about the Las Vegas Aces. Now, remember, Las Vegas Aces won the finals last year. So they're the reigning champs, right? They just started playing. They're doing game 2 tonight. Can't tell you who's going to win because I really didn't get into all of the facts and everything, but I just wanted to bring up the WNBA, let you know there is some good basketball going on right now. Top 10, you got Breanna Stewart. That's on the Aces. She's doing her thing right now. But to be real, I have the Aces beating them. I have the Aces going back, and they are going to be the first back-to-back champs since 2001 and 2002. Hasn't been done in almost 20 years. I really feel like they got the power. Just to give you an example, last night they played. Aces were down in double digits in the first half. But remember, they won last year. They've been there before. They know what's going on. They know what they need to do. They know how to step it up. They were down double-digit points in the first half. Second half, they outscored Liberty by 20 points. You know what I'm saying? They came to play. They came to show. They showed up. They showed out. They did their thing. Right now, if you're really looking at some basketball, you want to catch it, the WNBA Finals, even on Game 1, there were sightings of Tom Brady in the building, thinking about buying into the Las Vegas Aces. That is the rumors on Bleacher Report, ESPN, 24/7 Sports. He's trying to get into that. Check it out. It's really good basketball. These women really do show up. And what I like about them is most of them are really pure shooters. You know, it's not like it's always taking it to a hole. We gonna dunk and slam somebody. It's skill. You know, we crossing in Dawson. We, pump fake, dribble to the side. We hitting them shots. They playing some basketball. Please check it out. The New York Liberty, Las Vegas Aces, NBA Finals. I'm calling the Aces on the win. I think they're going to do it. They've been doing their thing, and I think they're going to be the back-to-back champs. First ones to do it since 2001 and 2002. So shout out to y'all, ladies. I'm rooting for y'all. Reason why is, Stephen A. Smith likes New York, and I'm not a big Stephen A. Smith fan. So, we going to that, but that's another topic. We're going to keep it moving on. Last week, I was telling y'all about that hunt for October. I was telling y'all it is postseason baseball. I was telling y'all, you know what? This is really the only time, and I'm going to be honest. I like baseball. I have my teams. There's players that I've always rooted for. One of my favorite players is Pudge Rodriguez. He was a catcher for the Texas Rangers back in the day. Alex Rodriguez was on that team. Jeff Bagwell, on the Astros. I was a big baseball fan growing up. I played Little League, baseball, moving on. I was a big fan. But so every time it comes, I ain't going to lie, that season was long as hell. They play like 188 games in the year, and I really don't got time to watch every game. And I enjoy watching them. They do their things, but I really get excited in the postseason. Like I told you last, it's that hunt for October. We need to see what's going on. And just to give you a quick update on the MLB postseason right now, Phillies versus Atlanta, it's been a really good matchup, right? Phillies are up 2-1. They're up 2-1 over the Braves. I really thought the Braves would be up 2-1 by now just because of Acuna and their batting lineup and their pitching. But nah, man, Bryce Harper and all of them came to show up with the Phillies, and they are knocking dingers out that park. They are making sure they are known. Just because there was a wild card, they are no joke. They are actually putting in that work. They're doing what they need to do. They are up 2-1. They're actually playing right now. They just need one more win, and they got it settled, and it's done. On the other side, we have Arizona Diamondbacks versus the LA Dodgers. I literally thought the Dodgers were going to do better, but they're down 2-0. Diamondbacks are up. They are also another wild card. They're up 2-0. They just need one more win, and they're moving past the Diamondbacks. And then it is going to be the Battle of Texas. Okay? The Battle of Texas. Earlier today, Astros won against the Twins. They beat them in a 3-1 series. And now they're going up against the Texas Rangers that swept the Orioles. Baltimore was favored to beat them. They showed up 3 games in a row, put them where they need to be putted. They won that last night. They're the only team that actually clinched for the next round last night. Everybody is still playing tonight, so it could be anything. But Houston won earlier today, so it is going to be a Texas showdown in the ALCS, the American League Championship Series. It is going to be the Houston Astros versus the Texas Rangers. Going to be a really good game. I am an Astros fan. I think the Rangers are awesome just because Nolan Ryan's part of that program and that GM stuff, and he handles it very well. But I got the Astros winning it. I've always been an Astros fan. I'm going to root for the Astros. The objective person in me is going to be like, hey, it's going to go all the way to the end. Who's going to win it? But I got Astros pulling it out. Shout out to the Rangers for even making this because they went from the wild card to this. And we're going to check that out, keep it updated. We'll let you know next week what's really going on. But that was, last week was wild card. This week is the playoffs. Baseball's going crazy. So y'all make sure y'all check them out. I like to give a lot of updates, a lot of things. That's what's happening. So that's what it is. Right now, I'd like to take a little quick short break and let you know Ridin High Sports is being broadcasted and brought to you by Slice Pizza. Slice Pizza for all your pizza needs. Anytime you need a birthday party, gender reveal, even if it's a bachelor party, even if it's your boys on the weekend just want to cook, need something done, call us up. They hit you. They got you. They'll take care of you. 361-910-3028. That's 361-910-3028. Hit up Chef Serge. He got you. He takes care of you. No budget too low. No budget too high. No party too big. He's got you for your catering needs. Also get him on Eat Slice CCTX at IG or Slice Pizza on Facebook, and they will let you know where they're posted up, where they're at, what's going on, and you might be looking at them next week at Music Walk in November. So go ahead and appreciate them. Shout out to them. They're the ones presenting this episode. Thank you for our sponsor. So I am excited for my next guest that I usually bring in, and I love talking about football. I love talking about sports in general. This guy right here, if you ain't heard about him, you're going to hear about him. He on Instagram. He on Facebook. He on YouTube. He on TikTok. He got the views. He got the likes. He is a South Texas high school football guru, and I'm bringing him in. We're going to talk about a lot of cool things. We're going to talk about a lot of good stuff. His dude's name's Lucky Lamar. He is the guy that, you know what? He knows football. He knows what it is, and I can't wait to bring him. So I'm going to bring him in right now. Lucky Lamar, what's going on, man?
What's
How
going on,
baby?
brother?
You know,
Thanks for having me on.
Hey, bro,
boss.
appreciate you for coming
it,
through,
boss.
man. I know you busy. I see you all the time on your socials. You're always active. You're always doing stuff, bro. And, you know, real quick, man, do you mess with baseball? You know anything about baseball? You like baseball? What's up?
I played baseball as a kid, but I was never able to play like in middle school because like the ball started coming a little too fast.
yeah.
But
I got hit in the face a couple times.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
A couple times
but I do like to watch it. Up until today, I was a Yankees fan, but I had to denounce that, and my brother was very disappointed in it.
Yeah.
But I had to go ahead and consolidate it a little bit and become on the bandwagon with the Phillies and Bryce Harper.
Boys, hey, man, and you know what? I rock a Phillies hat. I do rock it because it's maroon, but I rock it because I like it. And
I thought you were an Astros fan.
I am, bro, but you know,
like,
ain't
you can't be wearing Phillies hats if you're an Astros fan. Get a maroon Astros hat.
I'm an A&M grad. It's maroon, and I'm gonna rock it. It's an A&M grad. It's a maroon. I'm gonna rock it. Hey, that P on that hat don't mean the Phillies is me. It means we pushing some P.
Okay.
No, but,
I support it.
Hey, but to be honest, for our fans and our viewers and everybody that's watching, tell us about yourself. Tell like where you grew up. What's going on? Let us know about yourself.
Well, I am originally from Phoenix City, Alabama. It's a little small town in Alabama. I moved here when I was like 14, 15. Brother was in the military. He was like, hey, you're coming to Corpus? I was like, no, I'm not. Because he was like, yeah, you are. And I've been here ever since. I like to tell people I got kidnapped to make a little funny story out of it.
What's the story?
Huh?
What's the story?
No, so my brother, like, he was in the Navy. And then his final stationing spot was here. And then so it was like, hey, we're going to move you and mom out to Corpus. Been here ever since. My first school year was actually my 8th grade year at Grant.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Actually, that's my first taste of Corpus or Texas football was at Grant Middle School. My first day, actually, my coach was like, "Man, you're the new kid. You seem kind of fast." I actually had to race my coach and the fastest kid on the team, and then and then dig this though, it starts off all fair and square, ready, said, go, right, and I do my little thing, and then I feel this tug on my shirt, and I look back, and it's the coach, and he's like, where you going, Bama? Where you going? I'm like, oh, for real, dog? But it was an interesting experience, but it taught me how, in Texas, you're going to have to compete at, in any level, whether it's middle school, high school, even CCYFL. And I guess that's when my love for South Texas football started. Playing at Carroll when they were pretty good. We were pretty good.
We're gonna bring it back. You.
Unplug your mic and plug it back in.
Hold on one second. We gotta pay a bill. Test.
What's up?
Did the bill get paid? Oh, the bill got paid now. Okay,
we paid the electricity bill.
Hey, sponsors for real.
Hey,
we got to pay bills around here. But so I'm bringing it back just a little bit because I went to Carroll,
Okay.
right? What year were you playing at Carroll High School?
My freshman year would be like 2008.
Okay.
My freshman year was Tim Hawkins' senior year.
Okay. So Tim Hawk,
I played like my quarterback was Jake Sims.
Okay.
Yeah, like I played with him.
This is,
Charles, Jonathan Anderson, Farrington Macon.
Okay, Jonathan Anderson played for the Bears.
Yes, played for the Bears
Right.
and
Played for the Bears. Okay, so that
somewhere
year,
else.
yeah. Played for the Bears. Okay, so now I know the John. So you're after me.
Yeah,
Right.
a little bit
I'm
after because
06. I'm
we're
06.
speaking on it.
Yeah,
I know
I'm
you said
06.
you graduated in 06. Yeah, that was like when I first moved here. So like when you were
Okay.
graduating, I was going to Grant.
Oh,
getting
yeah. Oh,
my shirt
badass.
tugged
Okay.
on by my middle school coach. Shout out Coach Sweet, by the way.
Hey, shout out to him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I didn't go to Grant, but
Oh, that's unfortunate. Where'd you go?
I went to South Park Middle School and I went to Hamlin Middle School.
Dang, you got the double whammy.
Hey,
bro.
We went to the roughest of the rough.
Bro.
Yeah. I was in there every day grinding with it.
He said, I learned how to stab at South Park and learn how to shoot at Hamlin.
Hey,
Just
you
kidding.
know, we did what we did. I didn't. I played football my 8th grade year at Hamlin, but like I was a much better basketball player.
See, like this is gonna sound real stereotypical because we were talking about baseball earlier. I thought baseball was gonna be your go-to. Like I thought you was maybe like the select team and your summers were all baseball. You had
I did that
the
too.
badass
Don't get
bat
it
and the
twisted.
nice batting gloves.
No, I did that too. I did travel team baseball. I did travel team basketball, but that was it. Those are the only two things I did travel team.
What position in basketball?
In basketball, I was to be honest, I was actually a shooting guard.
Okay.
I shot, and you can look this up at Carroll High School. Shit, you can look it up, bro. You can look it up. Get them stats out, bro. Get them stats out.
This
Get
man
them- hey, you
said,
can look it up, bro.
he said, hey, Max Prep 06, 07, holla at me. Can too.
Hey, you more than welcome to look it up. I shot 50% behind and inside the 3-point line. And
So
I
you
was
shot
also
50% from the floor.
50% inside and from the 3-point line, and yeah, the whole damn flow. And I was a 92% free throw shooter.
So you on your Steve Nash stuff. So you
I had a
90,
30, I also
46,
had a
or what is
36
it? What is
vertical.
it?
I did pretty well. I had I had D2. I had not D2. I had D3 and NAI offers.
Okay.
Nothing crazy. It was like Shriner University, Northwood University,
Oh,
stuff
snap.
like that. Like
Shiner in the building.
No, don't get it twisted.
What is their mascot, like the Brewers or something?
It was.
Like
I don't even know. I
the
didn't end
Shiners
up going
is
to
known
that.
for beer,
I ended
right?
up going to Northwood. I went to Northwood University in Dallas for a year. Did the basketball, and when after that I was done, came back. Was like school wasn't for me. Ended up working. I was like, I need school. Then ended up fucking going to Blinn College and then A&M and got all that done.
Okay,
But,
okay.
I did all that. I mean, from everything from intramurals to even trying on for the team, stuff like that. I was all right, but it was shit. That was it, bro.
Bro,
I played.
you said something very interesting. So I went to Delmar for a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. Intramural sports are a totally different animal, dog. Like, you got the try hard out there. You got the dude that's like, I'm just here for my exercise.
Yeah.
But, okay, so did you ever win an intramural championship?
Yes.
Bro, I tried intramural flag football. My team was so bad. like, we were that team that the bad team was like, oh, I hope they in our bracket.
Yo, so moving on, like, when did you start deciding, like, hey, I want to talk about the South Texas football scene in this podcast? When did you get into it?
Honestly, like, I've always, like, because, like, first of all, like, I have this goal and dream to, like, help high school athletes understand, like, hey, A, your body is your ticket, but B, your brain is what's going to get you there. I mean, so, like, I've always had this goal and desire of, like, doing something with high school sports, but it just so happened that me and my buddy accidentally stumbled into our podcast, and like I was like, bro, like I feel like we can do like sports, and then next thing I know, like by accident, like I just started making predictions, and it just started taking off like wildfire. So like the span of like a month or so, I've gained like over 500 followers on TikTok just by like covering CCISD football.
Yeah, because I've seen you on your TikTok and your presence on there. On your views, likes, is wild because it doesn't match analytically wise by followers and stuff. And I was trying to tell people that earlier, like it's crazy. Like sometimes your followers and your things don't match your views.
Yep.
And the way people actually like communicate with you.
Facts.
And like because I've seen some of your stuff, man, and it's like you got 10,000, you got 7,000, you got like 1,000 likes, 1,000 this, like a couple hundred comments. Like they really are like into what you're saying in your podcast and what you're putting in, and it's really cool. And that's what attracted me to like say, hey,
crazy,
come on the
dog.
podcast, let's talk
It's
some sports.
insane.
That's what I like, and I appreciate the hustle, bro, because I respect it.
Like honestly, Doug, like again, it was just like it was a complete accident. Like I just posted the one video and like got like 40 views, like 10 likes. I was like, okay, somebody's watching.
Yeah.
Right? Somebody's interested, right? And then I posted the one where I had Miller's run out and I posted the scores. Bro, that thing it has 10K views and like almost 2,000 likes. I was like, what? And it was like, I opened my TikTok, it's like, bam, plus 20 followers, bam, another thing. I was like, okay, well, let's keep this thing rolling. And now it's like grown from not just Corpus, like, so I also, I had to add the Victoria schools to my power ranking because like the Victoria East kids are commenting on it and like the Victoria West kids are viewing it. And now I'm like, okay, cool. So this last power ranking, right? I'm like, okay, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
The Victoria East kids are like, hey, bro, we got to jump vets this week. And I'm like, okay, this thing is turning into something cool.
And for some of y'all that are tuning in that aren't from the South Texas area or anywhere else, that is another school that is kind of dominant and the way it is down here in the South Texas region. I don't know if you can explain that a little bit better, but it's something that people look out for. It is somebody that is in the state of Texas when it comes to football. It is, and this man knows his high school Texas football. The one question I got for you, to going on,
What you got?
do you? Okay, so first of all, being in this area, Coastal Bend, Corpus, who do you have winning district?
My district champion, honestly, it's going to come down to 3 teams in a wild situation. But my favorite to win it, Miller.
So that'd be your
Miller.
overall, 'cause forget the situation.
Forget
Who
the
you got?
situation.
Like, you got money on the
Miller.
line.
Like if you say, hey, bro, who should I pick to win this district? The Roy Miller Buccaneers. Bro, they can hang 60 to 70 on anybody. And like, let's put it this way. You can score 40 and lose by 40 against this team. Like, they are that good. But for the first time in years, this is the first time that I can say that Miller team has a defense that can match that offense. That offense has always been high-powered, but finally they have a physical, tough-nosed, hard-nosed defense that's going to punch you in the mouth. And you're probably going to get tired of getting hit by them.
Okay.
But after them, I would say Vets would have the best chance to beat them because I think they have the best overall player in the district. And then third would be the Victoria East team. But their thing that's hurting them is they just lost to Vets earlier in the season. I think they just lost to Vets. But they lost to Miller. They play Vets later on in the season.
Yeah.
So.
And just to let y'all know again, this is the Coastal Bend, South Texas high school region. This is where he focuses his main energy on, what he does his podcast. If you listening, tuning in, or even want to know about any of these athletes, go to his podcast. That way he tells you. Matter of fact, what are your podcasts? How can people get to hold of you? Give them a shout out. Let them know how they find you.
So the main podcast that we have is going to be called Parkin' Pod. PARKANDPOD, and that's where me and my buddy Devin, we just go through covering all of WWE. We talk about the Cowboys and the Eagles. That's our main one, but the one for my high school sports, that's going to be on my personal TikTok, and it's going to be under Lucky Lamar under TikTok. But eventually it's going to go on YouTube and all that good stuff.
Awesome, man. That's what's good. That's good. So from one of my last questions before we get done with the high school area and everything, do you see anybody, because I was looking this up and I was seeing, is there anybody here worth in this area going to be an All-American?
Okay, so I think there's a lot of talent, but if you're asking for just one kid, one kid, and y'all can YouTube him, look him up. His name is Christian Sapsuk, number 2 from Vets. Bro, when in doubt, no matter the play, no matter how they cover him, the kid's going to get open. He's going to make the play. No moment's too big for him. Like, if I'm a scout and I'm like, hey, who you got? That I want that kid on my team. like no doubt about it.
But you think he's all American or he's all state?
I
or
would
even just all district?
I
There's
would
a big.
Yeah, like
Chime in. I got DJ Little King in the back
because
DJ Little King
he only
is a
gave
high
me
school
one.
king.
What you got?
No disrespect to the kid, because
Wait.
the kid
Get a
is
camera.
good.
Get a mic. Get a mic.
When you're getting offers from Air Force, that's not all American.
Yes,
And that's what that was gonna be my thing. I was gonna be my thing.
Yeah.
Like
The closest thing we have to an all-American
We don't have-
football player in South Texas is Ernest Campbell from Refugio.
Yes.
Ernest Campbell Refugio.
exactly, and that was gonna be my next thing. Is like if you're talking all American, all state, we don't necessarily. I don't like again. We have a lot of talent.
Yeah,
You're
we got
asking
a lot
me,
of talent. Yes,
do we
but
have?
I mean, like
Power 5 talent.
Yes, Power 5 talent, which would be
That would
boy going to A&M.
now see that's little outside of my spectrum, right?
Yeah.
My
Okay,
spectrum in
okay.
South Texas is mainly CCISD and Victoria. Now, do we have Power 5 talent? If you go Gregory Portland, Flower Bluff, Cal Allen, yes, you do.
yeah.
But inside of CCISD, that's going to be a tough ask because I don't think that the level of competition allows them to be noticed on that brand of a spectrum.
Okay. Perfect. That's perfectly fine.
But the best quarterback in this area in CCISD, Trevor Long, Miller High School. Hey, bro, the first time I seen that kid, they were playing El Campo against Ruben Owens. And this man comes off the sideline. He snaps the ball. Sees freaking, I think it was Lonnie at the time, running down the sideline. Steps up. I was like, ooh, that boy look like Sunshine from Remember the Titans, dog. That has been my
Sunshine.
nickname for him since I've seen him play.
Sunshine.
I call that boy Sunshine from day one. Trevor, if you're watching this and you don't like the name Sunshine, follow me on TikTok and let me know. But until then, that's Sunshine, bro.
All right, that's what's up. Last question.
What's up?
What do you have? What's in the future for the podcast? How do you want it to grow? What do you want to see, or like anything that maybe that's special to you that you want to accomplish?
I want to be able to just take my phone, live stream the game, like have people just like live streaming, just interacting at the games, just having fun, and then eventually have it to where like it's almost not a max prep, but like a CCISD version of ESPN, to where I have official power rankings, team rankings, player rankings, like where's this player going first college, what's this player, most importantly, what's this knucklehead's GPA? Because at the end of the day, guys, if you don't got the grades, you can't go D1.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, and you're right. Quick backstory on me. I used to teach math in College Station.
Ooh, respect. I could even learn math.
I used to teach math all the way from second grade to college, and we was a tutoring center, and I was and we helped kids out. And my biggest pitch to a lot of kids was a lot of them were like, they would have parents come in like, hey man, they're doing really good in football. We got all scholarships, but they're not there where they need to be in the grades.
Yep.
And I'm not gonna name any names or anything, but I actually do know people that were like some of the best talent that you've ever seen.
Facts.
I'm talking dudes running a 4.2, but couldn't pass a state exam or couldn't pass what they needed to do to get to that next level.
Big facts.
And because of that, they probably had to spend a year or two trying to make that up, take that test again. And by then, colleges really didn't want them for football. It was more they wanted you for track or anything. And they ended up going to smaller schools. Don't get it twisted. They went to these schools and broke records. They broke all kinds of records.
Facts.
And they was like, I'm talking Olympic speed. But if they would have handled business in school when they needed to, I think they would be so much farther along than where they are. And they might be somebody you might be talking on a national name basis.
Yep.
But like I said, it happens all over the country. There's a lot of people like that. And I've heard a lot of stories, but I know a personal one that was like, man, this dude was the best that I've ever seen. And it could be something as simple as like just not passing your STAR tax or whatever you call, whatever state school thing you need to do. School is important, man. Y'all make sure y'all take care of your grades, because once you take care of your grades, I promise you on the next level, that D1, D2, or NAIA, they're going to do their best to take care of you to try to get you better. So I would like that's something like you. I would preach to the kids
Absolutely.
and everything. Make sure y'all
Absolutely.
handle that.
Because
And then it's very important. Very very important.
facts.
Very. So jumping in, we we learned we learned a lot about you. Learned what it is, and you got the credentials for this. So
I try.
yeah. So I want to talk to you today about. I don't know if y'all saw this, but it was a crazy weekend in college football, and we're gonna talk about Georgia Tech in Miami. Ooh. And if we talk about how I feel, I think this is the worst coaching decision I've ever freaking seen in the history of any sport I've ever seen. Right? Now I'm going to give you a rundown of what was going down. Miami was playing Georgia Tech. Miami is a ranked team. Georgia Tech was not. Miami was up. They had 32 seconds left on the clock in the fourth quarter. Most teams, what do?
Oh, we Kaepernicking, bro.
Yeah. We Kaepernicking. We kneeling. Bro, we want to take that win. What did Miami do?
They led to the Miracle at the Meadowlands.
Miami led it, ran it. And you know what happened when they ran that ball? They dropped it. They coughed it up. It was so bad, they dropped it like a bad habit. And guess who picked up the ball?
Not Miami.
It was not Miami.
Dig this. So my buddy is a massive Miami fan. Like
Okay.
whenever they played Texas A&M, he's at the stadium, right?
Yeah.
In Miami at the stadium.
Don't hurt me more, but go
like,
ahead.
So I asked him, I was like, bro, how'd the game go? Because I really I was watching it, but I was more focused on other things, right? He goes, bro, you didn't see the end? I go, no, what happened? He goes, Doc, we fumbled it. And I go, well, okay. He goes, Doc, they had no timeouts. He goes, the running back, who's a senior, was begging the coach because he needed like a couple of more yards to crack 100.
Yeah.
And then he ends up fumbling the ball.
Yep.
I'm telling you right.
Dude fumbles the ball.
He fumbled his
They
whole
should have
scholarship away
kneeled
from
it.
the head coach.
Ran, stripped the ball from Miami. Georgia Tech picks it up. At this point, I think there's only 26
Just
seconds.
take the knee.
They're at their 40-yard line on Miami's territory. What do? They run it down, throw a ball, and guess what? They end up beating Miami 27-24. Are you kidding me?
Hey,
you could have won the damn game, and you decided to. This is where coaches get fired. Are you bro? That's not even like a JV. Like what? I'm very say something because I'm out of.
You don't even want to hear what I was thinking, bro. That was real A&M-ish of them, bro.
Bro, it was terrible.
It was terrible.
It was terrible.
That's terrible, Kenny. That was terrible.
I want to know worst coaching decision you ever seen in your life.
It's up there. It is definitely up there.
Bro, getting fired.
Bro, yeah, he out of there, big dog. And you know the sad part about all of this that everybody's forgetting? He lost to Georgia Tech on a passing play, and they don't even throw the ball.
They don't. They
Damn.
don't throw the ball. They
don't.
flip.
They
go.
They've ran the wing tee
They're
since
RPO.
1905, cuz.
They RPO. That's crazy. I'm sorry. We just had to talk about that. And because, that's like you about to close and I have no idea. That is just terrible. That was just terrible coaching. I don't know what was going through his mind. He said I was going for the first down. You should have been going for the fucking win. But
why we even need a first down? The clock's running.
For
we got
real,
no time.
30 seconds
Bro, I'm going to kneel the ball on third down, and then I'm going to snap the ball on fourth down, and I'm going to have my quarterback do a 90-yard moonwalk, cuz. Take your time. Take a knee at the one.
But moving on from that, we're going to move on from that. We're going to talk, and I want to talk to you about this because this is something, it can be going either way. We're going to talk about right now. I know Prime, always in the news. Colorado, always in the news. But you know what? We're going to talk about it right now because I do have a thing to pick with Colorado right now. Wait. Hold your breath. Calm down. Take a second. Okay. Breathe. Do woosah, right? So, Colorado versus ASU.
Uh-huh.
Overall,
what's up?
they won.
Okay.
But tell me how the game was.
it's not about how the game was. Let's talk about the fact that they were one in the rest last year, right? So here's the thing that everybody's missing. Everybody's like, oh, Colorado didn't beat nobody. They got the doors blown off about Oregon. They lost to USC, right? Now, here's the thing. He's doing this with all transfers.
True.
Meaning this team is still learning. So I give, whether it's high school or college, I give that coach 4 years to get his recruiting class together.
I get that.
So
I get that.
It's not about this year. This is the get those kids to buy in year. Next year, bro, that Colorado team is going to be so scary. I wouldn't want to play. If you, like he said, if you're going to get him, you better get him now. Because that team's going to be nasty next year, Doug.
And I believe that. I believe that completely with
Big win.
you. I do that. I was just saying, is that a big win for them? Or is that them just getting over the hump? Because let's be real. Even Dion said we played like crap and barely won.
Hey, we played like stack wins. But is it a big win? I say yes, because it's a win where they had to come from behind and earn it.
Is it a win when you play a 1-5 team?
Is it a loss when you lose to a 1-5 team?
I mean, you're barely winning. You're barely winning. And this comes to my second part. My second part for this argument. You barely win. It's the last drive. You struggled throughout the whole game because you know what? In the first half, you were losing 17-14, right? You won 27-4. You won by 3. And my biggest thing is, should Shedeur Sanders be out there like flexing that watch? Like he really doing something?
Question.
Should
So I'd say absolutely, because you know why? Every time somebody has a chance to take a crack at Dion and Shedeur in Colorado, they take it, right? Dion don't ever say nothing. His kids on the field talking for him, right? And he said, hey, we got time for that today, right? Now, again, you
barely
said,
had time
wait. You said they barely won.
They did.
Right? They could have barely lost, right? Would you rather have a pretty beautiful loss, like where you lose in glorying fashion, where they kick a walk-off field goal and you go, damn? Or would you rather have that ugly win that's just gonna be loyal to you? That ugly win got a hot cooked meal for you at the house. That ugly win got bowl season ready for you. What you want? You want the beautiful loss, or you want the ugly win?
I mean, when you losing the whole game and you barely come back at the end.
Wait, stop avoiding my
It's
answer.
an ugly win. It's an ugly win.
So thank you. That's all I
It's
got.
an ugly win.
I don't care how I win. First of all, I am an Eagles fan. We have had 5 ugly wins, so I will take an ugly win all day of the week.
Okay, but does that mean they back where they need to be on the spotlight?
If I'm winning, I'm winning.
But you're not winning.
So is the ugly dude with the 10? Is he winning or losing?
The who?
Is the ugly dude that's dating the supermodel? Is he winning or losing? Because he barely ugly, but he barely ugly. Is he winning or losing?
But I'm talking about Colorado and ASU. Like, do you really think that those wins are significant enough where it's like we back where we needed to be, like we beat TCU and we didn't get blown out by Oregon and we didn't lose by everybody? You know,
I would say yes, because again, it's no matter, like Colorado was what, 1-11, right? So every win after that TCU win is bonus. At the end of the day, if you're winning, you're winning, dog. I don't care how it comes. Like you can win by 1 or you can lose by 1. You can't tie.
No,
not in football, right? But am I bowl eligible? Am I not bowl eligible? It's all about getting to a bowl game.
I totally get you.
So
I totally get
you.
I totally get you on that, and I get it on the
now,
whole
if
side.
you ask me 3 years from now, is this a big win? Absolutely not.
Okay.
But first year in, it's a massive win.
That's what I was going.
Massive win.
Okay. And jumping into like how you said about a close win and everything, and moving on to the next one, we're talking about Oklahoma versus Texas.
Dude, you know what's crazy about that game?
What
I knew Texas was going to give up the booty at the end of the game, dog. I knew they was going to give it up. But as an Aggie fan, I'm pretty sure that made you happy.
I mean, I watch football to watch football. But, yes, I'm not happy with a Texas loss unless A&M beats
See,
Texas.
that's me as an Auburn fan with Alabama.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
so, like, don't get it twisted. I will root for Texas against OU. I picked OU to win because I thought they would do better at the end.
Yeah.
But if it's TU and A&M, I'm picking A&M.
Okay. I respect that.
Because that's my school.
I respect that.
So
here, just for you, I'll say it one time. Gig 'em.
Hey, appreciate it.
Never, nope.
Hey.
How do they say this? What was it? Nope, never again.
Yeah. So my question is, OU did come at the end. They did win on the last drive. They did what they needed to do. Should Texas be worried moving on?
Should Texas be worried moving on? No, because it's a rivalry game. Anything can happen.
And you're right. And I believe you on that too. Texas should not have anything to worry
But
about.
I would say this, though. If Quinn has another suspect turnover-riddled game like that, either Arch is going to start getting ready or the other kid's going to start getting ready. Because Sarkisian is not in a place to where he can lose big games right now.
And to be honest with you, let's be real. Texas and Oklahoma are not going to play another top-ranked team for the rest of the season.
That's a fact.
They're not. They are going to play again one more time, and I think it's going to be in the Big 12.
If
No, they are. They are.
I feel like one of them is going to get an upset.
So
somebody's due for an upset.
Regardless how I am as an Aggie, I am going to take Texas over Oklahoma again because what Texas has the win over Alabama on the road. They lost on the last drive in a neutral site against Oklahoma. And let's be real. Oklahoma had the pressure. Texas did everything they needed to do to win. They just had a great drive at the end.
Hey.
I don't think Gabriel is an NFL quarterback. I think Longhorns quarterback will make it to the next level. I think roster-wise, Texas is better than Oklahoma. And when they do play again, which will be another neutral field, it's going to be Texas. All the pressure right now is going to be on Oklahoma trying to retain it. And trust me, it's a lot for me to say that as an athlete. But just being very objective, because I like to keep it separate, right? Yeah. Like I really do. Texas is Texas is that team in that Big 12. They are gonna win that Big 12 championship. I think they play Oklahoma again in it, and they're gonna outbeat them again. I think Oklahoma just had that last drive. They did what they needed to do, and just enough time on the clock.
Facts.
If you give that same amount of time for Texas, I think they go down the field and make the touchdown.
So, question. What was more impressive, that Colorado win or that Texas loss?
The Texas loss.
Boy, stop. But we got we need a button or something right here.
The Colorado win was not that impressive.
That was a loss. More impressive. That's what I was thinking. We need
because
stop the cap. Stop the cap.
No. You know why? Because total yards, total yards, Texas had them. Everything on rushing, Texas had them. Texas outbeat them. They just lost on the last drive.
But they did what on the last drive?
They lost. It don't matter. When it comes to the playoff committee, when it comes to that playoff committee at the end, they're going to see a last drive lost by Oklahoma, and they're going to see a win over Alabama on the road. And that is more important to college playoffs and that whole committee than them beating Arizona State. And that's freaking facts. You can name it on FS1, ESPN, Rich Arizona. They're all going to talk about it. I promise you.
So you're sitting here going to tell me a loss is more impressive than a win. A comeback from behind on the road win. When your quarterback is playing his first year
in a neutral
D1 D1 college football.
In a neutral game in Dallas, and how the game was and how Texas really dominated over that, yes. They were more impressive. They were more impressive.
I respect
All right, we're gonna move on to another one. From college football, we're gonna go into the NFL.
Ooh.
And we're going to talk about something that a lot of people, depending on who you like, it's a big thing. We're going to talk about the New England Patriots, right? The last two games, they've bad. They just got shut out. They did terrible against the Cowboys. They just got blew out again. The worst two losses Bill Belichick has ever had as a New England Patriot coach. Is it time for a new coach?
Okay. The knee-jerk reaction is to say absolutely fire Bill Belichick. But I think that you're going to have to figure out your answer at quarterback, Doug. Like, before you get rid of a good coach. Mm-hmm. Because there's a lot of bad coaches out there. And Bill Belichick is not one.
No, he's not.
Right?
No, he's not.
But Is Mac Jones the answer? The question before we talk about is Bill Belichick worth being fired?
And my rebuttal to that is, why did you only draft 3 guards and 2 kickers and not any wide receivers? You re-signed receivers that can't break away. They can't separate.
That's facts.
They can't do anything. So how the hell is Mac Jones supposed to throw the ball to somebody when you got people that can't even really block for him and you can't even get receivers that separate? So how is he supposed to do his job?
That's a very fair question. All I'm saying is Mac Jones knows darn well not to throw that ball behind the play in cover 2.
Because ain't nobody going to break away to catch it.
He should have thrown that ball to Kendrick Bourne. Bland got a gift of a pick.
I feel like ever since Tom Brady left,
Those are big shoes.
right? And I get it. It feels ever since Tom Brady left, Belichick, the GM, and Belichick, the coach, have not been on the same page.
Oh, you absolutely got to separate them because when Chip Kelly became GM and head coach, it was the downfall of the Philadelphia Eagles. Like they must be separate
because you got to remember Daniel McAdams, he was offense coordinator.
Josh McDaniels.
Josh McDaniels,
Overrated.
He took over. He was offense coordinator. Now it's Bill Belichick.
No, it's Bill O'Brien.
Well, him and
But
Bill
Bill
Belichick,
O'Brien's trash
they
too.
call it. And they're terrible.
Terrible.
They are terrible. And you have receivers, like I said, that don't break away. They can't separate. Why would you draft in only 3 guards and 2 kickers? How is that going to help you?
You think they're tanking?
Yes. It has to be. Because other than that, why else would they do it?
Because I think that the New England, like even with the roster that they have, they have the ability to be competitive.
Got you.
Like they have a nice defense. They have a nice run game. They have a nice tight end duo. They have pieces to be competitive. I just think that you draft tackles and kickers to try and get Caleb Williams or Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah, I mean they should definitely try to get a Caleb Williams. They should definitely try to get.
I'd take Shedeur over him, but that's another story.
But you know, Shedeur. Okay, real quick on that, he ain't even in the top 25 for the Heisman race.
It's because he goes to Colorado.
No, it's because.
Have you seen it? Have you seen his numbers?
I have.
They're impressive.
They are, but they're nowhere in the books for the top 25.
And he outplayed Caleb.
Caleb's number 1 for the Heisman.
He might win the Heisman, but I think Shedeur make the better pro.
I don't know, man.
And plus, USC
I don't
quarterbacks
know.
that win the
I don't
Heisman do
know.
not translate to great pros.
USC, that is very true. USC Heismans do not do good at the pros.
Same, like-
but neither do A&M ones.
They got
Yeah,
one.
they do. They got Johnny Man. They got 2.
who's
They got
the second
2.
one?
What are
Who's
you
the other
talking
one?
about? We got 2. We got
Is
one
this
in-
picture in black and white?
Yeah.
We won't count him.
Yeah. Hey, don't get it twisted. We got 2. Don't get it twisted. We still got 2. All right. But no, you know what it is. Man, it's been fun. Lucky Lamar, you've been doing
Yeah,
great.
appreciate it.
So now it comes down. It's the games of the week. I do this with all my guests. I'm gonna pick out some games. You're gonna pick who wins. I'm gonna pick
Bet.
who wins. Last week we did pretty good. I went 2-4. The guests went 1-4. So we up on the guests. So it's up for you to go ahead and pick back on the guests. Game 1.
I got us, guys.
Game 1, I got number 12 North Carolina versus number 12 Miami. The reason I picked this game is because North Carolina, Mac Brown have the chance to go 6-0. It's going to be a really cool thing in North Carolina history. The best season they ever started was in 1997. They went 8-0, ended up losing to Florida State, ended that year with 11-1. I think they have a really good chance to do something great. They're going for 6-0. They're going against Miami, who just lost to Georgia Tech. Who you got?
Give me Miami.
All right.
I'm gonna rock with the Canes for my boy Derek. Let's go.
He gonna rock with Miami. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm going North Carolina with Mac Brown.
Okay.
I'm going North
Little Tar Heel
Carolina with
action.
Mac Brown.
I ain't got no problem with it.
Mac Brown.
They got their tight end eligible
Yeah,
too,
yeah,
right?
he do. Yeah,
Okay.
he is. They all good to go. I'm going with him. We go ahead and move on to the next game. We got number 8 Oregon, the only game that is in the is in the top 10 ranked that are actually going to play. Number 8 Oregon versus number 7 Washington.
Okay.
Who you got?
Being an Auburn fan, give me Bo Nix and the Ducks. He left us, but that's another story.
Yup, yeah, and I'm taking the Ducks too. I think the Ducks.
You taking the Ducks?
Yeah,
I'll
because
take Washington because I like to compete.
Oh yeah, all right. Well, take it.
Bet.
I'm taking the Ducks because I saw what they did to Shador Sanders in Colorado, and them boys ain't no joke. And Bo Nix is right behind Caleb Williams as number 2 for the Heisman.
Shador's better than both of them.
Dude is raw. Last one we got Thursday night football. You know it's going down. Chiefs and Broncos. If we don't have the same pick on this one,
Well,
I
I
don't know what to
guess
tell you.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Broncos because I know you're gonna take the Chiefs, right? And again, I like to compete, so let's go, team. Guess. Let's go, Denver. Let's go, Broncos country. Let's ride.
I mean, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
If you want to drive the car off the cliff, go ahead. But I'm taking the Chiefs because ain't no way Russell Wilson is coming out with a win. Ain't no way. It's going to my parlay picks that I got. No damn. Bro, they got to put 78 on. They ain't 70 points. They ain't. No. Yeah.
Hell yeah, I agree with that.
No. I got the Chiefs. I mean, it's the Chiefs, bro. I ain't gonna pick the Broncos.
Bro, the Chiefs lost to the Lions. Now, don't get me wrong. I picked the Lions to win their division before the season started. But before the season started, they were still the Lions.
Yeah. All right. It's
I
gonna
mean,
be
all due
a
respect.
good bet.
Like, but I do got a question for you. Since I won't be here in 2-3 weeks,
Yeah.
who you got? You already know the question I'm posing.
You already
You already know
Just
it.
say it.
Boys and birds, who you got?
Bro, boys all day.
Okay.
Boys all day.
Bet. You know I got the birds.
Boy, no,
Let's go.
Boys all day, baby.
Got the birds.
Just like last year, we beat the birds.
We beat y'all too.
Not at the end of the year.
We beat y'all too. We went.
You went to the Super Bowl.
Hold up. Tell you what. How
Do
about
I
this?
need
How
to
about
bring
this?
the-
How
do I
about
need to
this?
bring this out?
How about-
I will bring out the score.
Hold up. How about this? How about this? How about this? How about the fact that we was waiting for y'all and y'all didn't show up?
Yeah. All
Okay.
right, but we still beat y'all.
We
at
beat
the
y'all
end of the
too.
year. But no, right now we gonna go ahead. We going straight up into this parlay picks, right? We going into the parlay picks. Remember, like, everybody that I'm talking to right now, don't spend your rent money. Don't spend your light bill money.
Don't do
If
it.
you can't afford it, don't do it.
Don't do
These
it.
are only my suggestions. These are only my things. What I got. These are my money. These are my parlay picks for Thursday night football. Right? It's gonna be the Chiefs, Kansas City Chiefs versus the Denver Broncos. This is what I got. First off, I'm gonna help y'all out on an easy money line, straight up. Going ahead, Kansas City Chiefs. I'm taking them on the money line. I'm taking them straight on the money line. We're going to head and roll with that. It is the Broncos they are playing. If you've seen the Broncos all year, you should take the Chiefs. I'm also going to go with the Patrick Mahomes, the Chiefs for the quarterback. I got him on 2Ds and 2 touchdowns. So whether it's throwing or rushing, make sure you actually bet it. Don't say he's going to do just 2 throwing touchdowns or 2 rushing. I have it at all touchdowns. I have him on 2. He's been really helpful on that. I really feel like he might be in a goal line situation where he's going to run it in. Travis Kelce, for some reason, I guess because of that ankle injury, Vegas thinks he's not going to get over 25.5 yards. Dude's been averaging over 40 yards a game. Take the over. Vegas, I think they just underestimating his injury. I'm also going with Chiefs wide receiver Justin Watson. He has it at 19.5 yards. Dude's been averaging 43.8 yards a game. So I think he's going to hit. He's actually covered this line 4 out of the last 5 games. The one he didn't was the first one. I think he's good to go. And then Cortland Sutherland, the Broncos wide receiver, he's up there for 3.5 receptions. He averages 4.2 for the year. I think he's going to have 4 or 5 receptions because the Broncos are probably going to be playing from behind. Russell Wilson's probably going to be throwing the ball. So I have him. He has hit this line 3 out of the last 5 times. So I think he's going to hit again. Those are my parlay picks. Like I said, remember, this just me. Bet what you want to bet. Don't bet. But, like, those are just my parlay picks. And that's what it is. So it's Roberto. It's your boy Can Too. If I can, you can too. Riding High Sports coming from the Riding High Podcast Studios. I want to give a big shout out to Lucky Lamar coming through, talking some sports, dropping some high school coastal bend sport knowledge down on us. At the same time, one more time, tell them where they can find you again.
Lucky Lamar on TikTok and Instagram, and then Park and Pod on YouTube. ParkandPod. Yeet.
And it's your boy Cantu. You can find me at Cantu, CAN2MF _ on Instagram, CAN 2BRT on TikTok. Don't forget to follow the Ridin High Podcast Instagram page, Ridin High Sports page, everything on Facebook. I know you can check out the merch, Riding High merch. We still got shirts, we got air fresheners, we got stickers. Hit us up. Shout out to Alex Skates in the background. Shout out to Freakman in the background. Droopy M, he's coming after the show. He got his Droopy M podcast. Y'all get ready for that. It's about to be popping off in the next 20, 30 minutes. Every conspiracy theory you want, everything you need. Boy's gonna holler at you. DJ Little King in the background. Lucky Lamar. It's your boy Can too. If I can, you can too. And we riding out from Riding High Podcast Studios.